Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd create a channel of a list of things of what to buy and not to buy for teachers going to school. I've seen a lot of videos that are stationery hauls, but today actually I thought it would be really useful to give you some hints and tips of things that you might want to start buying, or things that I would recommend actually don't waste your money on. Because I will put my hand up here and say, when I started my PGCE, I was buying equipment and stationery like nobody's business. And the other day, I went at the top of my wardrobe and realised I'd got 3-4 wads of paper pads or notebooks, however you want to call them, that I just haven't used. And I probably spent about £2-3 on each of them. So I probably got £10 worth of just paper notebooks that I haven't even used. So that's why I'm creating this video, because I just don't want you to waste your money, and more importantly, just get what you need really. So number one, what I'd say is buy yourself a reliable bag. I would try and stay clear away from Primark or any shops like that. Don't get me wrong, I have no problem with Primark, I shop in Primark myself, but the bags aren't going to last you that long. There were people that I was on placement with, or that I knew, or anything like that, that they were buying bags and they were really cheap, and because the amount of stuff that you will end up having in your bag, you'll end up buying a bag every other week, and who's got the money for that? So I brought a bag actually in my second placement, and it was really reliable, and actually it lasted me the whole year, and I didn't spend a lot of money on it. I think I spent about £30-35 on it, and it just got me from point A to point B. And this doesn't matter if you cycle, you walk, you drive, you will need a reliable bag. Alongside a reliable bag, what I would recommend is, I would recommend buying or getting yourself almost like a shopping bag like this. Mine's Mickey because I love Disney, and yeah, I just thought, how many people do you know are going to have Mickey bags for their school bags? But these are really useful when it comes to taking kids' work home, because you will end up taking kids' work home, and you want something that is generally reliable, but something that you can fold up and put in your other bag in case you need to take anything home. So I definitely recommend buying yourself a reliable shopping bag that you can take into school. Secondly, I wouldn't actually, the one thing I'd say not to do is going out and buying, in your first week or two, loads and loads of pens, because I've still got this and I haven't actually opened it. On the first week or two, you will get that many teacher unions or that many different departments from your unis giving you free stuff. Like, I look in here and it's just ideal. I haven't even used it, but like ATL gave a little, and this isn't even like a promotion, like a little notepad, some sticky notes on there, some different coloured pens, a rubber, a highlighter, even like a pound keyring thing. And that could have done me for the first like week or two. Even just having that put in my bag is ideal. But the bit of stationery pen-wise I would actually recommend buying is highlighters. 100%. Highlighters are so useful, you'll end up using them in school. And as well, some different coloured pens, especially green and red, because you will be constantly writing in green and red when you are marking. One piece of stationery that you probably wouldn't think about buying, well, I did, but I don't think many people would have thought about buying, are post-it notes. Now, these are super cheap. This is a block of 350 post-it notes. I haven't even opened, and I got them from like B&M, and they were like 80p. I use post-it notes all the time. I'm constantly writing notes on these and putting them on my laptop, putting them on notepads, writing notes, so like to kids to give them the reminders. I use them in classrooms as part of tasks where the kids have to write things down. So I'd 100% recommend buying some post-it notes. Another thing that I've probably already mentioned, well, I have already mentioned in my first video, is getting yourself a diary. And what also I would recommend is buying possibly a weekly planner. So this is my weekly planner, and I got this from Sainsbury's. I think it was only about £4 on it last year. And this is what I mean. This is from, this was 2016. Oh my gosh. This was from this time last year. And on there, I'd actually listed in my lectures everything I was doing on the different days. But these are just really, really useful because you can just flick around them, flip between them, and even they're really good because they stand up on your desk. So when you go into school, and if you have the privilege of having your own desk, you can just pop it up, put it on your desk, and there'll be often things that people come and say to you, you've got a meeting on Monday, you've got a meeting on Tuesday, or what day you're doing detentions. And a lot of the time I just go, I can't remember. So just having one of these on your desk is really, really going to help you. And I would definitely recommend buying one of these. One thing I wouldn't recommend buying is buying yourself loads and loads and loads of folders. Reason being, you will go into your department, and this is the same actually for pens. They will provide you, well, hopefully, you'll be provided with pens. You'll have the opportunity to use folders. There will be stuff in school that you will be able to utilise. However, the one thing that I would recommend buying is a box file. Now, there's not many of these. Now, this is one I brought. I didn't find a lot of box files that were in school that I could have used, and they generally get stolen quite quick because apart from the usual folders, it's just a clip folder. But this one I really liked because I use this for often homework, to put kids' homework in, or for my observed lessons. I even made notes here that I stuck on. And also what I would recommend, and these are mine from last year, is some, what are these called? What are these called? What are they called? Like clip wallets? Like a little miniature folder, but not a folder, you know what I mean? Buying these and having them labelled. Now again, these, I bought these in different colours. What I would also recommend, and I've still got them all in here. These are just 3 of the ones I'd got. And what I did actually is I labelled them. So because I was secondary, I sometimes had lesson plans that I'd be printing off, and I'd forget what year it was for and things like that. So actually, what I would recommend buying is these little plasticky, wallety type of things. Buying some labels and just having them in different colours. Just so if you want to store them in your box file, you know where everything is. They're easy to store and you can easily separate things. And lastly, what I would recommend buying in regard to stationery and that kind of thing is that I've already mentioned stuff like vitamins, water bottles, that generic kind of thing, but I would just basically, what I would recommend overall is just thinking about, you don't need to buy everything at once. Like, you're better off going in personally with a pack of, say, 10 pens in your pencil case, and if you need to go buy more, you'll need to go buy more. But I highly doubt that you'll be in that situation in school where there won't be the teachers that have got spare pens, spare whiteboards. Stationery in schools, there is stationery around, but there are some things like I've mentioned, like diaries and possibly box files and post-it notes, that it's just useful you bringing in, just because then you're showing to your teachers and your school that you aren't just expecting them to pay for everything. Just come to my brain. The one thing I would recommend getting, if you haven't currently, is a laptop, only because some schools, now there will be access to computers at the school, but from my experience, it will just help you having your own laptop, and if you can take it into school, because you're going to be doing that much work, and a lot of it is computer based, that if you haven't got your own laptop to hand, you're going to find things really difficult, or you're going to end up spending a lot of time in school, what you probably won't want to do. Okay, so again, a very chatty video, and it's just on stationery really, but I hope this has given you some little guidances and little tips to think about what to buy, what not to buy in regards of stationery. I have, for the weeks coming up, have got some other ideas in regards to dress codes, school expectations, and continuing to survive your PGCE year. I just wanted to do this in, as already people have mentioned, I wanted to keep this in the schedule of your experiencing things. So I thought today having a stationery one would be really, really useful to you to think about, oh, I don't want to go spend 50, 60 quid on stationery. What do I actually need to buy? So again, thank you again for watching my video. Hopefully I'll be posting these and continuing to post these on Sundays. But again, I'm a full-time teacher, so that might not happen every single week. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.